Hey y'all, thank you very much for tuning in today. Hope you guys have the most excellent day today. So today we're looking at a dude who, at first, when I first saw this on Twitter, I actually thought this dude was actually a Starbucks attempt at reaching out to the furry fandom. It's only later when I actually looked into this dude that I realised he was actually protesting against Starbucks itself. Now this dude, Michael Vestigo I believe his name is, or Apollo as he's known online, he's actually protesting against Starbucks after he was fired on April the 1st. Now that is a hell of an April Fool's joke to play on someone, but it's true, this dude was fired on April 1st after him and a few others staged a walkout in protest against unsafe working conditions in his workplace and in favour of an attempt at unionization in Starbucks. I mean, if that isn't an argument in favour of unionization, I don't know what is. Okay, so from what I understand, after the walkout occurred, Michael was pulled aside by the manager and told he was displaying violent and threatening behaviour. Which in my opinion is absolute BS. I mean, look at this adorable suit. Is that violent or threatening to you? I suppose he had a suit at the time, but nonetheless, that is some corporate bullshit they're laying on him right there. So he had mentioned to management previously that he had trouble standing up for himself. So it's clear that management saw him as an easy target, someone who'd take it lying down. So they targeted him because of his what they perceived as lack of ability to stand up for himself. Boy, did they have something else coming to them, because this mad lad, an absolute legend, decided to take his protests to the next level when he turned up to an organised protest in Fursuit. And I gotta say, this dude absolutely smashed it. I mean, not only did he steal the entire furry Twitter's hearts, but he's hitting major news organisations. He's hitting places all over the internet. Everyone is seeing this. Everyone is realising what is going on, because this absolute legend took a fursuit to a protest. And not only is he fighting the good fight himself, but he's inspiring others to come fight with him. Hundreds of people have been turning out to the protests. From what I understand, this dude is really taking the scene by storm. He's been invited to events with the local labour councils. He's been all over the place. He's been doing interviews. I mean, hell, he's even had an article written on him by Vice, of all people. And it's clear absolutely everybody loves this dude. They love his Fursuit. I mean, it's an adorable Arctic wolf. Where can you go wrong? But from what I've been seeing, there's been nothing but positive reactions to this dude. And like I said, the man even got up and did speeches and video interviews on the whole subject. Now, let's go check out one of these videos right now and see what he has to say.
Hello, my name is Michael Vestigo. Right now, you can call me Apollo. I was hired on to Starbucks on November 2nd, 2020. And I had been with the company for about a year and a half. Then, on April 1st, like a bad April Fool's Day joke, I was fired from the company for being supposedly violent and threatening. Tell me, does this look violent and threatening? Does this now? Absolutely not. I made the mistake during the PDC. When they asked me what some of my weaknesses were, I told them that I have a difficult time standing up for myself. So they targeted me. I believe they targeted me for this termination. They turned around and called me violent and threatening, but kept me in the store for 3 weeks? I don't think so. You don't keep someone who's violent and threatening on the floor for 3 weeks. It doesn't make any sense. Yep. And the message I come bearing today is one of power. I want to let everybody know, all the small people out there, for Starbucks, for other workers, for other jobs, corporations, whatever. It does not matter how big or how small you are. As evidenced by the Roastery and Amazon, you can organize a large number of people to unionize against these corporations. I come from a store that maybe had 16 people. We had 16 baristas, and we organized. And we went on strike after another coworker was accused of stealing $20,000 over the course of 8 months. So we organized and we went on strike. And even though we may be small, that day we filled up that parking lot with members of the community, with other labor unions, with support from the community. So that is my message for everybody. Don't be afraid to unionize. You have the support. You have the power.
Now, I gotta agree, there's nothing violent or threatening about this dude. I mean, cute, cuddly, adorable, yes, definitely. But violent and threatening? Hell no. But then that's a typical bloody corporate strategy that you use against employees, to put them down, to get rid of them, to, essentially set up a case against an employee so the corporate has got an excuse down the line to fire them. And I used to see this all the time when I worked as a union rep. The corporation that I used to work for, they'd set something up, something small and menial, and they'd use it as a base work to, nitpick at employees, so that if they needed to get rid of the employee for whatever reason, if it's even just not liking them, they had an excuse in the bag that they could use against them. In this case, they were like, oh, you're violent and threatening because you walked out and stood outside for a bit. Oh my god. It's like they all work from the same corporate handbook bollocks, and it's ridiculous. But they picked the wrong fight this time. They picked the wrong fight having to go at Apollo, because this dude is not taking it laying down. He is not accepting what they're trying to pull. He is going to fight this, and you can see in every picture and every video, he's going to keep in this the long haul until he gets some changes from Starbucks. And the longer he does this, the more people will see how shitty Starbucks are to their employees, and how terrible of an employer they are. And more people are going to start boycotting Starbucks and start avoiding it like the plague. I mean, I love Starbucks normally, but after seeing this, nah dog, I'm out, I'm done. And he's already making waves. I mean, he was actually at an event recently, a big shindig in Seattle, when he learned that the Starbucks Reserve Roastery has apparently voted unanimously in favor of unionization. So it's clear people are taking notice of what's going on in Seattle. And you know what? I'd love to see this dude file a lawsuit against Starbucks. I mean, I'm not sure about the legalities over in America, but it makes for some hella interesting court appearances, especially if he goes in Fursuit. Because this dude, I think he's got a case myself. I don't know about American law, but under British law, I think he would have a strong case against Starbucks for wrongful dismissal. But enough of me rambling. I'm going to drop some links down below to all his social medias. Go check the dude out. Go show him some solidarity. Go chat to him. Give him some support, because obviously he's got a long fight ahead of him. Other than that though, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, consider joining my Patreon. Again, link down below. You'll be seeing the names of all my patrons going across the bottom right now. These dudes help support me to make more excellent videos like this. Also, consider joining my Discord. It's the most excellent dudes there. Absolute bangers, legends of people. You all want to come chat with these dudes. But other than that, you all have a most excellent day, an amazing week, and I will see you guys in the next video, okay? Take care, ta-ra.